Hey, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. On this episode, we are in Malnovka, and I'm driving my M4190 GF Tier 8 German light tank. It's an American design. I'm in a 357 middle tier in an encounter battle, spawned over on the east side, and this is a great map for a scout. So let's take a look at this. This one is going to be called Eyes Forward. A lot of people in scouts will get to forward positions and sort of sit there. The question is, what do you do with that forward position? This is one of the more obvious ones in the game. Nearly anyone who's played it at all understands that this is a strong scouting position right here. Probably one of the better ones for the encounter mode. There are spots to my left or to my west over there down in the water, which are pretty good on the standard mode. But because of the way the teams spawn and the fact that the spawn point is down in the marsh down there, those spots aren't as good for spotting. So it's right here where it's all at early on. I took that shot backed up. I knew I was going to be spotted, so I'm going to accept that damage. That is a dangerous game to play early on. There's so many guns left in the game that if you take shots like this, it's very possible you're going to take return fire or refern fire. You're going to take a return fire because people will be pre-aimed looking right here. Artillery will also be often pre-aimed. This team is struggling against us, though, because they're not really having a good day. The scout gets wiped out. We got a guy charging down here. I don't know. He probably thinks he needs to get in here and start lighting the guys that are eating his team alive. So in that case, he's probably right. We're absolutely annihilating him as he moves up. And in fact, I got one shot without being spotted, and the second shot I get spotted. You'll see that the SP1C has actually gone into that bush down at the bottom. Both the Centurion and I realize that we cannot let that guy live. So the Centurion, I see him going after him. I'm going to let him do that, and then I'm going to come up here and see what I can do about this SP1C, or potentially shift around and take out one of the bigger guns in the game and accept that I might get lit. They pushed a couple guys to the left. For whatever reason, this 4503 decides that the standard meta of hiding behind that rock is his thing to do, so he's gone over there. There is a T-44 that's gone that way, so as far as that goes, maybe he's got a good idea. Then again, maybe not. Probably just a terrible spot to sit. Not even probably, really. It is a terrible spot to sit. I go fully aimed. I'm just seeing a little speck of his back end there, and I switch over here, and we got the KB5. Now, I talked early on about going to spots as scouts and sitting, and that is what I'm doing, but the thing about this is there's a reason. I have shots for days. There's guys getting lit everywhere. I'm seeing some of them. These guys are being spotted from above. We got the Centurion. The Centurion's gone to a pretty good spot. He's holed down right there on that ridge, and he's really starting to eat these guys up. Now, the Skoda sees him, so I punish the Skoda because he comes around the corner there or over the top. Got shots coming in from every direction. That was probably a shot that was aimed at the Centurion, went past him and got close to me. So we'll punish this guy who's highlighting himself on the ridge. Nice slow tank who's going to allow me to get two shots at him. Unfortunately, that one goes high. And then, thankfully, he backs up, so that's helpful. I get one more on him. I do, just as he's fading away. And the SP1C of ours has moved up. We've got this 4503. So it's about time for me to start thinking about moving up, which is what I do right here. And I'm going to take this low road. There's two ways to do this. I'm going to go up to this ramp. The low road way is this one. The other one is to go up and above where the Centurion is. The low road's a little slower because you're dealing with going through the water, although with the new graphics, going through the water is much faster. For whatever reason, they've reduced the resistance to the ground down in those swampy areas or those water areas like that, and it's much easier to drive through. So I get lit here, but they're really just surrounded. We've got guys on every side, so I'm sort of counting on the fact that there's a lot of targets for the enemy to shoot at, and that's something to think about when you're exposing yourself late game on massacres like this. Obviously, if you see a bunch of turrets pointed towards you, you need to be careful. But if they're busy shooting other guys, there's no reason why you can't come out and start taking these guys on. Now, I need to get rid of this dude. I don't want him on my side. And then I've got the Pershing behind me. So now I'm in the crossfire, right? They started paying attention to me. I saw a lot of turrets paying attention to me and looking at me. So I'm just going to back out of there. No sense in pushing that anymore. A little courtesy shot at the Type sitting up on the top. And there goes the 50, so that's going to open up my ability to move into here, plus a couple others go down in rapid succession. So at this point, clean up on aisle 2. Here's the T-44. He didn't even know I'm here. Just going to auto-aim him as I go, blap him in the back. Now he's going around looking at me, and we're able to kill him off. I'm not going to get to the hit points up there. That guy's going to be gang tackled by, what, 5 tanks, so down he goes. So I immediately go looking for the artillery. In general, I don't go looking for the artillery except in situational times during the game. But obviously at the end of the game like this, there was no reason not to go after him. And I actually bounce off his armor, so probably hit his gun or some crazy angle. And we end up winning this game. So I've got 3,800 damage, 1,392 spotting, and eyes forward. Get those eyes forward. Now, to some extent, a couple of the other guys actually did a better job of getting their eyes forward. You had the SP1C who moved up through the bottom. He got quite a bit of spotting damage doing that. The Centurion did a nice job going hold down right there. And eventually, after that spot where I was working ran out of hit points to farm from, I was able to move up to that ramp, start lighting up more guys, and get a little bit more spotting damage on the last remaining guys. Now, this was a raffle stomp from the beginning, obviously a complete avalanche on the other team, but it's a good example of taking advantage of that kind of game and leveraging that into a lot of hit points of damage just as a mid-tier scout in there. So look for those opportunities. Make sure you're using your scouts to its best ability, especially mid to late game when its spotting capability really comes in and its maneuverability to get up and get shots, as well as its rapid reload capabilities, and you'll end up doing quite well actually in scouts. All right, hope you guys like what you saw. Hope you learned something along the way. And if you did and you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. Tell your friends, and we will see you.